Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. On a recent edition of The Sarah Fraser Show, Sukanya Suki Krishnan, host of Sister Wives Tell-Alls and One-on-Ones, shared her opinions about the Brown family as someone who has spent a significant amount of time with each member of the family over the past few years. Suki was hired to host the tell-alls for the TLC series in 2022, just as Kody Brown's marriages to his wives Christine, Janelle, and Mary were about to an end, as viewers of Sister Wives are aware. Although Kody's failed marriages and his relationship with his lone surviving wife Robyn have received a lot of attention in recent seasons, the show has also given a lot of screen time to his alienation from several of his children. Nevertheless, neither Part 1 nor Part 2 of the Season 19 One-on-One touched on the subject. Suki went on to update viewers this week on Kody's strained relationships with his children, assuring host Sarah Fraser that the father of 18 is working on it. Parts 3 and 4 of the One-on-One are scheduled to premiere starting this Sunday. I think he's doing the best he can, and he's trying to find a place where he can meet his sons as men and his daughters as women and maybe try and heal those wounds, she said, adding that it's probably not what fans want to hear. Some of the children simply don't want to deal with him at all, so I think it's challenging. He has to deal with that because they've kind of closed that door, but there's a chance because others have left it open, she added. Suki continued by pointing out that it takes time to mend broken parent-child relationships and that the kids must want it. Suki assured followers that Kody's children are doing well, even though she did not specify which, if any, of them are amenable to making amends with their father at this moment. She began by complimenting the women in the Brown family for being so invested in their grandchildren and their children, adding, "Every time I talk to Janelle, Mary, or Christine, they tell me their kids are doing great, and they're just on their own journeys and they're taking care of the Brown family grandbabies." Although the Season 19 One-on-One has not yet addressed Kody's alienation from his kids, viewers appear to have become used to the structure of these season finales. The format later shifted to the current one, when the host speaks to each of the 5 major cast members individually, although viewers continued to watch for years while Kody and his then-for wives were questioned together. Suki explained that Kody and company just don't get along and no longer want to sit down with each other in that kind of situation when asked why the Brown family had decided to stop sitting down together for interviews. "That's something I proposed to them," she remarked, alluding to the plan to collaborate on tell-alls with Kody, Robyn, Mary, Janelle, and Christine. "You know, it would be wonderful if you could all sit together so that you could all really listen to each other," I added, "but I don't believe they're ready for that just yet." This week, Suki was also questioned over Robyn's behavior on the One-on-One so far, which some viewers have found to be more reserved and significantly less emotional than in the past. This is mostly because Robyn has frequently answered Suki's inquiries with the phrase, "I don't know." When you sit down at the One-on-One, I think they've just accepted that everyone is separating, so Robyn's processing, Suki said. Is she closed off then? Indeed. Is she upset? Yes, most likely. Is she sick of being judged? Of course. Robyn's behavior may have been the result of her feeling a little slighted and a little cheated after witnessing the family she had always desired slowly kind of chipping away. I mean, it might come off as closed off, but I think it's just kind of like she's coming to terms that she is no longer in a polygamous family, which is something that she had always wanted, Suki added. Suki maintains that Robyn and Kody genuinely love one another, despite Robyn's dissatisfaction with the way the family dynamics have developed. The other sister wives noticed right away their affection. While recording the One-on-One, Suki also disclosed that she tried to encourage Robyn to relax, but she said it's really hard to do when the other person isn't giving you much. Later, Suki clarified that she doesn't question the cast about some themes that aren't covered on the show since she feels that a lot of these subjects are taboo. However, she acknowledged that she was aware of Robyn's enormous doll collection. Regarding her opinion of Kody, Suki maintained that he is not a monster, in contrast to what many viewers think. Many people say, "Oh, he's a narcissistic freak," she remarked, "and they say these terrible things about him." Listen, I believe that he was extremely young at the end of the day. When he embarked on this adventure, He seemed to be a very young man who was attempting to fulfill his vow and keep his family together at any costs. She went on to reassure supporters that she is neither supporting Kody nor trying to be the other sister wife, saying, "I mean, obviously there's a lot of emotional breakdowns, there's a lot of boundaries that were crossed on both sides, I think." Suki claimed in the interview that the Brown family, including Kody and Robin, are lovely people who are polite, giving, and welcoming. Robin Brown, actress of Sister Wives, has come under fire for her actions at the tell-all after responding to criticism on her relationship with Kody Brown. Robin, who joined the program in 2010, became Kody's fourth wife. Robin and Kody's other ex-wives, Mary Brown, Janelle Brown, and Christine Brown, are at odds mostly because of long-standing family strife and disputes that are common in polygamous partnerships. Robin has been criticized by some of Kody's ex-wives for being domineering or for attempting to keep preference with Kody. Sister Wives Season 19 has frequently brought attention to this lingering conflict. In a video that Reddit user Addicted2TLC shared, Robin was asked by Sukanya Krishnan if she believes her husband has a bias against her. Robin's response was straightforward. "I don't think so." Based on Robin's reaction, the fan stated that they believe she is unaware of the definition of the word bias. They did point out, though, that Robin was able to hide it quite effectively if she truly did not understand what bias meant. Master Dimension 452 noted that Robin also responded, "I don't know," multiple times during the conversation. While Mrs. Trigger laughed, she uses the Kody to English dictionary. Many questioned Robin's candor and honesty at the reunion based on her succinct responses and general manner. She frequently declined to respond to inquiries about the dynamics of the family, giving the impression that she was hesitant to interact with the host. Her protective demeanor revealed a lack of responsibility, especially with regard to her family ties. Robin was once asked by host Sukanya if she liked being a sacred cow, a moniker Janelle had given her on the show. Robin's unease and reluctance to properly confront the family conflicts were further demonstrated by her response to this question.
Moo.
"I'm not sure." In any case, Robin responded, "I don't care," continuing her habit of providing succinct and ambiguous responses. Robin reiterated, "I don't know what that is," without going into further detail when host Sukanya inquired as to whether moo was a phrase. She also expressed her annoyance, telling Sukanya that she was sick of being the center of attention. Robin hoped that rather than constantly bringing up her name, Kody's ex-wives would focus on their own relationships. In the meantime, Janelle noticed that Kody appeared to be trying to deflect blame from her by portraying himself as more of a monster. Robin's defensive and circumspect responses during the Sister Wives special demonstrated that she is more concerned with maintaining her reputation than being truthful. Saying she felt cheated out of polygamy, and referring to herself as Kody's whipping boy, demonstrate her confused feelings but reluctance to fully confront the family issues. Her reluctance to delve fully into challenging subjects came out as an effort to steer the conversation rather than address problems. On the surface, this strategy might maintain harmony, but it also begs the issue of how much true healing is taking place in the background. Robin Brown, star of Sister Wives, is drawing criticism after the second segment of Season 19's Tell-All. The one-on-one interviews have been an emotional roller coaster, with Kody and his ex-wives at odds with one another. However, Robin's refusal to include her name in any of the disputes infuriated many admirers even more. To see the discussion, continue reading. Robin Brown, a sister wife, refuses to participate in the tell-all. Even before they drove to Sedona with Kody, Robin had demonstrated a lack of enthusiasm. The Sister Wives star stated that she would much sooner get a root canal than participate in the one-on-one interviews. Kody even asked if there was anything he could do to assist her. However, claiming that God had her back, she turned down his assistance. Although Robin and Kody continued to take part in the tell-all, many people are unhappy with Robin's behavior. Robin is fed up with being identified. Robin Brown's remarks about the family conflicts were included in the second section of the tell-all. The Sister Wives star claims she is tired of being the center of attention and believes it is getting to her. It is well known that the ex-wives have all hinted that Robin's presence in the family led to their dissolution. Robin continued by expressing her wish that the ex-wives will focus on their own relationships without bringing up her name. The problem is also known to Janelle Brown. She acknowledged in one of her interviews that many people want to blame Robin. However, she feels that Robin is not the only one who needs to be held accountable, saying that it takes two, which suggests that Kody was also involved in the breakdown of the family. Robin Brown was criticized for not wanting her sisters to mention her name. Fans of Sister Wives talked about Robin Brown's remarks that she didn't want the ex-wives to mention her name. The OP claims that, unlike Mary, Janelle, and Christine, Robin has never stayed in her line and has operated in the background. According to the poster, Robin seems to be denying that she was a major factor in the other wives' departure. Others concurred, pointing out that Robin only considers herself. The problem is that she desired attention for herself. She desired for Kody to be all about her, for the OGs to swarm around her and plead for her attention, and for the audience to tell her how unique, attractive, and young she was. Robin, don't misrepresent what I said and don't turn me into a victim, then proceed to turn herself into the victim. This woman wanted to be publicly blessed on television by the women whose marriages she had broken. We're not interacting with a real-life person. She is so self-centered that she believes the other wives are genuinely interested in her. They don't give a damn about you, Robin. However, they seem to live in your head, and only in your head. Suki stated later in the interview that she hopes to ultimately record a real reunion, in which everyone is seated together and in a good space with one another. Suki claimed in the interview that the Brown family, including Kody and Robin, are lovely people who are polite, giving, and welcoming. Tell-All host Suki Krishnan gives update on Kody Brown's relationships with his kids, says she wants Kody and exes to film Tell-All together again. The explosive dynamics of the Brown family from Sister Wives continue to captivate audiences, especially as the fallout from Kody Brown's fractured relationships with his children remains a central topic. In a recent interview, Sister Wives Tell-All host Suki Krishnan provided an update on Kody's strained connections with his kids and expressed her desire for another dramatic tell-all featuring Kody and his ex-wives, Mary, Janelle, and Christine, all in one room again. With tensions still running high between Kody and many of his 18 children, Suki's insights offer a glimpse into the unresolved conflicts within the Brown family. Additionally, her call for another joint tell-all suggests that producers are eager to revisit the raw, unfiltered confrontations that have made the show so compelling. Kody Brown's strained relationships with his children. One of the most heartbreaking storylines in Sister Wives has been the deterioration of Kody's relationships with multiple children, particularly those from his marriages with Christine and Janelle. Over the past few seasons, several of his kids have publicly criticized him, accusing him of favoritism, neglect, and emotional abandonment. The estrangement with Gabe and Garrison. Suki Krishnan confirmed that the tension between Kody and his sons Gabe and Garrison, Janelle's children, remains unresolved. The conflict escalated during the COVID-19 pandemic when Kody enforced strict rules that alienated his older children, leading to heated arguments. Gabe emotionally broke down on camera, expressing how hurt he was that his father refused to see him for months. Garrison has been vocal about feeling abandoned, even stating that he no longer considers Kody a safe person to be around. Suki hinted that neither son has fully reconciled with Kody, despite Janelle's attempts to mediate. The fallout with Christine's kids. Christine's children, particularly Paydon, Mykelti, and Gwen, have also had rocky relationships with Kody since Christine left him in 2021. Paydon has been openly critical of Kody on social media, suggesting that his father prioritized Robin's kids over the rest. Gwen, who is bisexual, has spoken about feeling unsupported by Kody regarding her LGBTQ+ identity. Mykelti, while maintaining a more neutral stance, has admitted that her relationship with Kody is complicated. Suki revealed that while some of Christine's kids still see Kody occasionally, the interactions are often strained and superficial. Robin's kids, the only ones still close? In contrast, Kody remains deeply involved with Robin's children, Dayton, Aurora, Brianna, and Sol, who still live with him. This disparity has fueled accusations of favoritism, with many fans arguing that Kody has emotionally neglected his other children in favor of Robin's family. Suki noted that this imbalance has been a major source of pain for the other Brown kids, further deepening the divide. Suki Krishnan pushes for another explosive tell-all. As the host of the Sister Wives tell-all specials, Suki has been at the center of some of the show's most dramatic moments. She revealed that she would love to see Kody, Mary, Janelle, and Christine film another tell-all together, despite their messy separations. Why another tell-all would be must-see TV. Unresolved anger. Many conflicts, like Kody's accusations that Christine destroyed the family, were never fully addressed. Accountability. Fans want to see if Kody will take responsibility for his role in the family's breakdown. The ex-wives dynamic. With Christine and Janelle now thriving post-Kody, how would they confront him now? Suki teased, "There's still so much left unsaid. I think viewers would love to see them all in one room again, no filters, no holding back." Will Kody ever reconcile with his kids? Suki acknowledged that while some of Kody's children may eventually reconcile with him, others may choose to keep their distance permanently. The damage caused by years of perceived neglect and favoritism may be too deep to repair fully. Possible paths to reconciliation. Family therapy. Some fans have suggested professional mediation. Kody taking responsibility. For now, Kody still blames his ex-wives for the estrangement. Time and growth. As the kids get older, some may be willing to reconnect, but only if Kody makes real changes. Conclusion. A family forever changed. The Brown family story is far from over, but one thing is clear. Kody's relationships with his children may never fully recover. Suki Krishnan's updates confirm that the wounds are still fresh, and another tell-all could bring even more revelations. Would viewers tune in to see Kody face his exes and kids in one explosive reunion? Absolutely. But whether it would lead to healing or just more drama remains to be seen. Robin Brown tired of being called out. "I'm done being the villain." After years of being labeled the most controversial wife in the Sister Wives franchise, Robin Brown has finally reached her breaking point, and fans are stunned by just how fed up she truly is. In a new emotional revelation that's already sending shockwaves across the Sister Wives universe, Robin is making it clear that she's had enough of the relentless criticism, the finger-pointing, and being painted as the villain of the Brown family. From the moment she entered Kody Brown's life, Robin has been at the center of swirling storms, accused of being the favorite wife, of driving wedges between the original three, and of manipulating Kody's decisions behind the scenes. And while she remained mostly composed throughout the earlier seasons, quietly insisting she never wanted to replace anyone or disrupt the balance, the tide has shifted dramatically over the past few years. Now, as Mary, Janelle, and Christine have all stepped away from their spiritual marriages to Kody and gone on to reclaim their individual voices, often in ways that subtly, or not so subtly, point blame in Robin's direction, Robin finds herself under a magnifying glass like never before. Whether it's fans accusing her of fake tears, awkwardly timed breakdowns, or controlling Kody's every move, the weight of public judgment has finally pushed Robin to respond with raw emotion and pointed frustration. In a candid new moment from behind the scenes, Robin didn't hold back, allegedly telling producers that she was tired of being everyone's punching bag and that the narrative isn't fair. It's never been. That moment, captured in a leaked snippet from a post-reunion rap session, shows a woman on edge, emotionally drained, and deeply aware of the fact that, no matter what she says or does, someone will twist it against her. "I came into this family because I believed in the principle," she reportedly said, referring to plural marriage, "not because I wanted to be the favorite or ruin anyone's life." And yet, that's exactly the narrative that seems to have stuck, fueled by years of on-screen tension, confessional interviews, and what many fans call Kody's Robin obsession. But now Robin is pushing back, and she's not mincing words. She claims that the other wives, especially Christine, have taken public swipes at her in a way that feels unfair and misleading. They say they want peace, but then they go on interviews and podcasts and trash me. "I keep quiet, but maybe I shouldn't anymore," she said, hinting at a possible tell-all of her own. Fans were quick to react, with Reddit lighting up in the hours after the leak. One user wrote, "She wants sympathy now?" After acting like she didn't know what was happening while the others were pushed out. Another replied, "Honestly, if Robyn just admitted she benefited from Kody's favoritism, maybe people would stop dragging her so hard. It's the denial that gets me." Still, there's a growing camp of viewers who are beginning to question whether Robyn has been unfairly demonized, a scapegoat for Kody's increasingly erratic behavior and the family's fractured foundation.